Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Yosuke here with another Grand Cross video. So as you can see, I'm starting to trust the leakers 100% because every single time I see a leak on Reddit, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to cover this. It's not certain. I don't know which leakers to trust. I don't know which leakers to trust so far, but apparently they are always right. With that in mind, I've read somewhere that Tristan might be the new festival of this month. So let's wait and see, right, to see if the leakers are correct in this case. Now, they were talking about a new Drole, and here we are, a new red Drole. Drole of Patience. And the banner, not gonna lie, looks kind of decent. The banner has a lot of, let's say, niche units. So, the new events... Okay, the same old Hawk's treasure test. You just click on the screen and hope to get the good prizes. Yes. The weekly one. Well, everything that's coming this week is pretty much the new banner. That's it. The new character. And you gotta be happy with it. Okay, so let's take a look at what the banner is looking like. Before we read the details of the character, here we go. The new Drole. So, for example, in my case, this banner is actually not so bad, because of course I would need him, and him. I don't have any of the top 4. So, it's worth it still? No, definitely not. It's still not worth it, even if it means that I don't have half of the banner, not necessarily needed to go in. But let's take a look exactly at what the character does first. It's going to be a red Drole. I can already see that his passive can be active from the backline. So is he going to be a Matrona replacer? I guess there's only one way to find out, because Matrona, I guess that for the PvE side of the game, it's still going to be very good, because it can give up to 50% basic stats, if I'm not mistaken. Let me open the game here real quick to make sure of that. Let me see, I think it's Blue Matrona. Give me one sec, guys. Yeah, no, for PvE, Matrona is definitely the best one. Let me switch screens. Here we go. She can give 25% for non-PvP activities, and her relic gives another 25%. So she gets 50% to giants. Definitely difficult to beat that if we're talking about just bonus. This new Drole will probably be aimed more towards PvP side of the game. Now let's get back to the new character details. Okay, that being said, keep in mind, new Drole will be geared towards PvP. If your aim is PvE, Blue Matrona will still be a very decent replacement. At the very least, that's what I think so far. Let's take a look at the character passives and see here. For each giant ally in battle, their stats increase by 7%. So that already would give what, 21%? When a giant ally is attacked, their damage taken from critical decreased by 60%. Nice defensive. When a giant ally inflicts damage using a skill during their turn, their defense stats increase by 5% for 3 turns. Stacks 5 times, so it can get up to 25 defense here. No, yeah, defensive wise, this Drole is awfully going to be better than Blue Matrona. But I still think that if you have Blue Matrona, for purely PvE activities, you do not need this Drole. But if you want to go for PvP, that's a different thing. For each buff applied to Drole, his basic stats increase by 10%. Okay. Now, his commandment is solely for PvP, so applies an effect that increases resistance by 30% for 3 turns upon taking damage. Applies to allied and enemy heroes, and when entering battle. Okay. Let's see his skills. Pierce damage on one enemy removes orbs gauge. That's actually very annoying. Earth charge. Amplify on one enemy. And the Oath. Increase damage dealt by 50% for 3 turns. Charge on all enemies. I mean, he's a decent sub-unit for giants, of course, but I still don't think he's that necessary. Let's take a look at his animations.
私は実海
忍耐
忍耐
ドロール
ドロールです
I'm not sure any of these animations are actually you though. But yes, okay. That's all there is to the new character, to the new update. Yes, that's it. That's it. Now, he is not necessarily a good unit, but nice to have. He's a decent unit for Goddess, but not necessary to have. This is actually the most valuable unit on this banner, if I do say so myself. But it's not worth it going into the banner just for him or just for him. So my recommendation is still do not summon, wait a little bit longer. Festival is coming right around the corner in like 3 weeks. And that's it, guys. What did you think about the new Drole? I think he's nothing that special though. I guess I liked even Pelgard more than him because at the very least it was a new character, right? Well, that being said, thank you very much everybody, and I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and come back for more, of course. Bye bye.